And hello, my friends. It is a beautiful Sunday, and you're showing this weather for strength of those people experiencing racism and so forth. I'm going to have to get back into jewelry making again, big time, and going back to office. I was thinking of today too. But yeah, things are opening up a lot since COVID has hit a couple years ago. But unfortunately, since COVID has hit, that is when the racism has gone up the wall. Now, I talked to you guys about racism in the healthcare system. I spoke with somebody there before we went on our sugar bush run, which is a big issue. National Chief also spoke of that about that in the YouTube stream just after COVID 4 years ago. Now, I want to talk about racism in within community housing and so forth. Now, I've never experienced so much racism in my life. Like, this is the worst case scenario of racism within a community of multiple persons basically ganging up on you, bullying you, causing emotional pain and suffering, and the after effects of such bullying, racism, and defamation as well. Like the bullying and racism is bullying and racism. But the defamation of lies being spread, that's another crazy thing. Like, the effects of intense racism and bullying can affect someone to varying degrees, and like a virus, it can affect them really, really badly, physically and emotionally, and so forth. I know two people downtown in the downtown core who are, I think they're homeless, and not sure if they're homeless or what, or have a place and go downtown, conjugate with the people downtown there. They got black eyes because they stood up for the racism, and they got sick and tired of it, and they did not want to talk to me about it. I don't blame them, but they got mad at being bullied and having racist remarks made against them. So they had a big fight, and they had black eyes, both of them, because they instigated the racism and bullying, and that's the thing. Now the thing is, I'm thinking about dealing with this on a legal basis. And hello, Red Tip Savage. Hope you're doing okay. I'm feeling a little better now. I was up since 3 a.m. in the morning. That's when the harassment starts and everything. So, out of habit, I wake up at 3 in the morning because that's when the harassment was happening on a regular basis and so forth. And there's more than a few people involved with this racism and bullying and defamation of my name by multiple people. So I'm seriously considering pressing a lot of charges with a lot of people. It affects my health and my well-being. I went another big binge. As you guys know, I did not look so well in the past few days. I think I drank more than like 10 beers yesterday, actually, to be honest. So today I was sick. I stayed in bed most of the time. I'm easing down the drinking slowly. But because alcohol is a physical dependence, you have to cut down slowly. You can't go cold turkey. I can get a seizure. You can get all kinds of complications with withdrawals and everything. And alcohol is a physical dependence, actually. And that's more, I did not know that that was actually a thing. Especially if over 40, you're more at risk of having withdrawal. In your 20s and 30s, teenage years and so forth, it does not affect you as much. You bounce back pretty easily, so the withdrawal symptoms are not so bad in the younger years. But over 40, you can get serious withdrawals. So I'm just trying to cut down slowly all over again. And I want to spread out. I had 5 so far since 3 a.m. in the morning. When I woke up when the harassment started, so that's another thing. And yeah. But the racism and bullying by multiple peoples can affect someone really badly. They go on drinking binges like I do, Suicide can go up too, and that was a risk factor as well. Um, People might go on, even try to fight back and so forth, like the two people downtown, unfortunately, who got in a fight with black eyes and everything. But no charges were laid, I guess, against them because they were around next day with the black eyes and everything because of the bullying and racism made. And after a while, you get tired of it. People lash out, people go and drink midges, people can commit suicide, things like that, huh? Especially when it comes to multiple peoples. When multiple people gang up on you and spread these lies about you, make fun of you, bully you, and everything for being First Nations or Indigenous or Inuit or even Black, like you can get a lot of problems, and a lot of after effects can be very disastrous in some cases, depending how bad the bullying is. Yes, Red Tip Savage, I'm doing that now, and I'm cutting down slowly. In my recovery group tomorrow, I'll talk about what happened the past week and so forth. It has been really, 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 really bad. Like, I've never seen this bad before, the harassment. On the bright side, it's a beautiful, beautiful day here in Ottawa. I saw 4 cardinals flying around the tree early on this morning, which is beautiful. And yeah, it's just beautiful seeing nature. Nature is very, very peaceful and very relaxing. I even had a hot bath early on, trying to calm myself. I tried meditating, which helped a lot too. And right now I'm pacing myself with my 6 beers since 3 a.m. in the morning. So 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's like 12 hours later. I'm pacing out with this my, since 3 a.m. to now, I'm drinking less than 10, pacing myself, and I've cut down slowly all over again. It's a vicious cycle, very vicious cycle. Let's put it that way. Now, I was watching some videos on YouTube about systemic racism for Indigenous people and so forth. The term native drunk is all too common, unfortunately. Multiples are usually the main source of cowards becoming emboldened. Yeah, but like I said, birds of a feather flock together, and bullies are bullies, and they feel stronger within a group of themselves to bully somebody, and so forth. That's the thing. I was bullied before too, as well, in school in Scarborough. But the whole classroom was against me. I was the only Indigenous person in the whole classroom. And because of one person, the whole classroom was against me. Like, we're talking about almost 20 people, which was not good. My grades dropped down and everything back then, and so forth. So I experienced racism really badly a couple times throughout my life, and this is the worst it has been for a while. So yeah, it's another thing. And I'm not sure why it's really bad now, but racism has always been around. Um, I was in a Catholic school when I was younger, when I experienced the extreme racism, the whole class against me. And I was a top A student. I really strived to do well. My parents were fighting all the time. And then when the bullies were bullying me in the school, my grades dropped down drastically and people could see the changes. So that's another thing. People can see the changes now of this bullying case now as well. They say things about me like that's just total racist, totally uncalled for. They even call me a prostitute and a whore and all that, but it's like, mind, like, get a life, you guys. Show no respect for Indigenous people. And the thing is, we all have the same blood system, we all have the same brain, we all have the same interior. Because I'm, Indigenous, I'm color my skin, I get bullied against. And yeah, it's a thing. It's unfortunate, but the people are just very racist and very, very, very inferior in their thinking, unfortunately. I mean, some people think black cats are bad luck and don't get a black cat because, they're scared of black cats bring bad luck. That's another instant as well, another example as well. That is why one gun is kind of multiple multiplier. Only it should never be used as intimidation, only if needed for sure or possibly for sure. Um, the thing is, gun issues, owning a gun is another big issue. I don't want to have a gun. I don't want to live where a balcony is and everything. Um, live on the second floor and so forth, but sometimes a gun is just not good for people. I'd rather have some kind of pepper spray or my personal alarm here. Like this loud personal alarm. I'm not sure the battery works, but it's super, super loud and it will scare anyone off and get everyone's attention. And yeah, so I have that. And the only thing I can do right now is to keep recording, video recording all the evidence of all the harassments and so forth. Keep notating. And even though I'm drinking and going binges because of the harassment gets to be too much, at least make videos and recordings about the harassment and so forth. That's the main thing that counts. So yeah. Like right now, in my case, it's community housing that has all the problems of harassment and bullying and racism, unfortunately. And it's more than one person. It's more than 3 or 4 people. It's multiple people. Like I'm saying, like maybe even a dozen people might be involved with this harassment. One time I was walking down the street, the guy moved out now, but this guy said, "Oh, she's a prostitute," and his friend or whoever that was beside him was asking, "How do you know she's a prostitute?" Because 99.9% of them are prostitutes. So that's one of the perspectives that opened my eyes. For some reason, they think 99.9% of Indigenous people are prostitutes, which is stupid and very inferior thinking, very blinded thinking, definitely racist. Unfortunately, all because you're Indigenous, they say that. Or they say something like, that's all they're good for, They won't show any respect. They won't show any, they won't show respect. They're just racist and bullies and very small thinking when you think about it, It's the main thing. So I'll cut down slowly. I'm going to have beef broth stew for supper and had macaroni for lunch. But I need to eat some food. I'm feeling a little better right now, but I don't know what kind of racist remarks and things are going to happen tonight. But it's like, get a life, you losers. I mean, it's our land. You guys are not even part of our land. You guys make racist remarks and bully. Give me a break. You guys are involved in criminal activities probably too and everything. So give me a damn break. Or human trafficking people, target people and try to defame the name if they can't get to you. And that's a big issue as well. Human trafficking is really on the rise toward Indigenous people, immigrant people, and so forth. So we have to take care of ourselves and raise awareness about this epidemic that is actually occurring. That's another thing. And the thing is, the harassment has got to stop, and charges can be very well laid against every one of these people. Causing emotional pain and suffering, obviously affecting my health, unsafe conditions and so forth and all that because of the bullying. I am glad to say the 2 people down the hall are not causing any problems. Me and one of them are actually both. Two of them we're both in chatty friendly mode right now, which is good. The past is the past. What happened then was happening then. But these other people are just being total, complete idiots. Racist idiots. That's what it is. If they're watching, they don't get mad and be bullying more. But you guys want to keep digging your own graves? Keep digging your own graves. Just record everything, notate everything, and yeah, charges could be laid against multiple people. A lot of people can be charged in this case. Because I'm not going to put up with it anymore. And the racism has got to stop. It wasn't like this before until this new lot came moving in the area. But yeah, it's got to stop. It has to stop. And multiple charges can be laid. That is the main thing that counts. It affects people differently. More people that bully you, the more it affects you in different ways. Indigenous people in particular, don't have support systems, but not access to a phone. There's a lot of people in this building who don't have access to a phone, unfortunately, and all that as well. So that's another thing to be talking about. Also have my blood pressure monitor to monitor and make sure my blood pressure is okay as I'm detoxing and slowing down my drinking and cutting down all over again, because your blood pressure can go up. You're at risk of getting a stroke. You can get risk of a seizure. You can risk of a heart attack when you're detoxing or you cut down cold turkey, especially at a certain age and you're stressed out. That's why I can't go cold turkey. That's why I have to cut it down slow all over again. So it's another thing. But yeah, just want to talk about the racism and how people can go in groups and bully someone really badly. And I'm 60 Scoop member, so I'm a special case of Indigenous person. I grew up with a family that adopted me from the 60 Scoop group, and my sister, Ojibwe, was also part of 60 Scoop as well, who unfortunately passed on and committed suicide, unfortunately, at age 21, unfortunately. So the thing is, thank God for this YouTube channel and me speaking out about the racism going on and solutions we have to work on to deal with the racism. If charges have to be laid, charges should be laid. Let's get all the evidence and all the things. And yeah, they could all go down in a big group. And I hear a robin singing right now, which is pretty good to hear. Really nice to hear the robin sing again. Saw those 3 cardinals early on, which is really good to see as well. Beautiful to see nature in action. The weather's going to be good. It's going to be really warm in May. So I have a lot of things to talk about with somebody I have an appointment with later on in the week. And talk about a recovery group, and also do a lot of advocacy against racism. I'm an anti-racist advocate. I'm sick and tired of it because it's getting too much, and I'm going to fight until there's no end. And I'm sick and tired of it. I'm just sick and tired of it. And Indigenous people, First Nations people, Inuit people do not deserve this at all. For no reason at all. We don't bother them and everything. Just making a mark toward us, just walking by, and so forth. That is not right. It's stupid. It's small-minded, and they prove themselves to be inferior and very small-minded. A bunch of animals, in essence. But they have no idea what they're dealing with. They can deal with the consequences of multiple charges and so forth. But one step at a time. We have to let people be aware of the racism going on, the violence against Indigenous people, and the murder of missing women cases, which all starts from the roots of violence. The roots of violence start with the racism and bullying that's going on now, then escalates more, nothing's done, escalates until, it's violence against Indigenous people, and then eventually something more tragic as well, which is a big possibility with these kind of people. They have to be put in order, they're put in check, charges have to be laid, and quite a few of them can face jail time for what they are doing right now. So that's the main thing. Record everything, don't stop, keep pushing on, and they will not get away with it. So I'm just gonna take it easy. I was up since 3 a.m. To me right now it's only like 5:23 p.m. now, but I'm really kind of tired. I'm gonna have supper, wind down, and take it easy. Self-care, and hopefully no harassment happens tonight. It's quiet last night, but yeah. Take care and make rich, and just keep on pushing on because they're all going to go down one by one like a domino effect. Take care, my friends. Make rich.